Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. And behind me is my Polaris RZR Pro R Ultimate. I've had this vehicle for about a year, and I know when I first bought it, I was trying to find videos on like how to manage it, how to upkeep, and I also wanted it to be street legal, so I was trying to find info on that. Couldn't find any vehicles too much on it, so with me having it for a year through the ups and downs, I thought might as well make a video for myself. So for those of you who are interested in making it street legal or have a Pro R or thinking about getting a Pro R and want to know how to manage it and things to look out for, you've come to the right place. So I can give you like I say, the ups and downs I've been through with it for about a year. So let's get into it. So this is my 2023 Polaris RZR Pro R4 Ultimate. Got it in stealth black. As you can see, I put street rims and tires on it. Made it street legal. I got it legal through a company called dirtlegal.com. If you have side-by-sides or interested in side-by-sides, you'll probably hear about that company or have heard about that company before. But yeah, this is it. If you are interested in putting aftermarket rims on a Pro R, before they were 4-lug, but now they went to a 5-lug. And that pattern is a 5-lug by 114.3, which is, I wouldn't say universal, but like Hondas have them. It's a couple other makes that have them, but they're pretty close. You pretty much can find a bunch of rims that would fit the Pro R. So yeah, if you're interested in getting one of those, definitely, I think you should. Does well on the street, handles pretty good, soft, everything. So I'm gonna try to walk you through from the front to the back, all the upgrades I've done to it as far as making it street legal. First off would be the turn signals. So I bought the turn signal harness from Amazon. I actually got those particular orange lights from AutoZone. You probably can get it from any parts store. And I just ran the power, because when you buy the harness, it'll give you a power in the ground. I connected it to that. So I ran a power wire through. They have a little like cavity you can run wires through right here. Run wires through there, come out, ran power to it, as you can see, and I actually grounded it to this little frame right here. So I just put a little ground wire, and I'll show you the switch once I get inside the vehicle. But yeah, do have a light kit underneath it as well. I know this one looks janky. I had to replace it. And the sticky tape ain't, double-sided tape ain't sticking, but yeah, that's how I got the turn signal. Literally screw behind it. Another thing, from the factory, it does not come with this front camera. You can buy this on Amazon. I think it's maybe like 40-50 bucks. Comes with the drill bit. You literally screw right into it. The plug for the front camera is there. I don't know why they just didn't put the camera on there, but you literally just pop this off, plug it in, it taps into the radio. You can literally look at the front camera while you're driving. So one other thing I would say issue I had was when you get these from the factory, I actually lowered the front. So as you can see, this little white mark, that's where this was, like right at the below that when I got it. So most side-by-sides, when you get them, and you hit the gas really hard, it lifts up, which is good because the suspension is soft for the most part. But like I say, the front's gonna lift up, and with these, the tires bow in. So like this tire was like riding on the outside edge of the rim. But the thing was, it wasn't coming back down. So after you hit it, it's supposed to squat back down, and it wasn't doing it. So it was almost like I hit it and it'll stay up. I almost was riding like a squatted truck, and it was wearing the outside. Like literally all this of my tires like new, and right here was like bald. So what I did was I jacked up the front, took the pressure off the wheels. first I was using a flathead to try to see if I can get it loose. You should be able to do it, but I have like the actual screw that'll like clamp onto these grooves, and I lowered it maybe an inch or inch and a half, I think, from it bottoming out. Rides a whole lot better, because when it was that high, if you're doing anything over like 60, it gets real squirrely, and I didn't like that feeling. And especially with the motor being in the back, when you hit the gas all that way to the motor brings the front up drastically. So with me kind of squatting the front, like I said, it looks pretty good. Rides even better than when I got it from the dealership. So that's been pretty good. Another thing is, when I first got it, my brakes would squeak a lot. And they tell you like the first couple hours don't brake really hard. I don't think I was probably braking that hard. Maybe I was. But after the first like 5 hours of engine time, should I say, first 5 hours of engine time, they were squeaking really bad. So I just ordered some brakes, I think off of Amazon, some brake pads. Don't take much to change them, because like I said, with these wheels on there, shoot, I took the wheel off, but shoot, you probably can get behind it without even taking the wheel off if you do have some aftermarket rails. And those wheels on there are actually 20-inch wheels, and the tires, I guess it's just based on the rims you have, but got 275, 60, 20. I mean, those are the tires that come on a F-150 or Ram 1500. They're just all-terrain tires that go on trucks, so I think they look pretty good. My side mirrors, I can't remember where I got them from, but I'll put the link in the description for it. You can get it. My windshield, I guess it's about a matter of preference. When I was searching for which type of windshield to get, should I get plastic, or I think they have like a plexiglass or like a full glass. I just went with full glass because if I'm treating it almost like a car, I want to get full glass. And the company I got that from is Bent Metal. I probably cost about $600 for it. So when you get these seat belts, 4-point harness as usual. Another thing, my Pro R isn't garage kept. It sits outside most of the time, and I think by the way I'm parking it, the heat gets to it, and it made this seat, I don't know, you can see that seat is starting to do a little bit bubble up. So I don't know, that's something else to think about if you are going to keep it outside. Another thing to look for if seats start bubbling up, I don't know, I think it's due to the heat. Other than that, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, another thing too, when I got this from the factory, my alignment was off. Like the wheels were straight, but the steering wheel was like crooked. So I had to adjust those. I mean, I took it to the dealership the first time, and I don't know, it was still kind of off, at least to my liking. So I literally had to like trial and error, like literally unloosen this bolt, kind of adjust the wheel how I want it, get in the car, drive down the street, see if it was right, get back out, kind of align the wheels again. I had to do it maybe like 5 or 6 times till I got it to where I want it, and haven't had any issues since then. The rear view mirror, I want to say I got that from Amazon as well. I have to go back to see where I got it from. I'll put all the links, like I said, in the description. Another thing, all these will be blank. Like I said, I got my turn signal kit, my horn, and the light kit that you saw towards the front wheel was there. Other than that, it's been pretty good. Let's see how many hours I got. Sport mode. So right now I have 4,400 miles. See, and 206 engine hours. So hasn't skipped a beat. I did get my motor replaced at about close to 100 hours. I had some freak accident. The thing overheated. I had an oil pressure or something with the oil catchers. Can't exactly remember, but something in the engine regarding to the oil light broke, caused it to overheat. Took it to them, got me a new engine. Like 2 or 3 weeks, and I was back on the road. But other than that, like I said, the engine has been good. I do my oil changes regularly. I think when you first get it, you gotta do it 25 hours Then you do it when you get to 50 hours, and then after that it's every 100 hours. But I think I probably would do it every 75. That's just me, my preference. So I'm probably gonna do it every 75 hours from here on out, just to keep everything freshened up. From the factory, if you get I think all of them come with the radio system. You have speakers there on each side, tweeters. Then I have those 2 in the back as well, and the amp sits like underneath under there. And you do have a bus bar. Let me come around the other side. So you can buy like these adapters that plug in, and it'll give you a power, a ground, and an ignition if you wanted to cut on with the ignition. So you just pop this out. If I can get it out. Sorry about that. But yeah. Sorry, I got a whole bunch of gang stuff back here. But those 6 right there is your bus bar, and then you just get those plug-ins and then attach it to whatever you want. So I think my horn actually came with already like the plug-in. Get that thing to close. Came with the plug-in. So you'll be good to go if you do get the horn. Back here, pretty self-explanatory. I mean, I went with the Pro R instead of the XP, only because of the space, and it comes with the music system and everything I need, and the navigation. That's another thing I like as far as the navigation. And this is my first side-by-side, and it'll actually email you. I have it set up to where it emails me like my ride every time I shut it off. So if you do have friends that ride it, literally after this, it'll send me an email of that exact route I took around town. So you probably have to wait like an hour or 2, and then you can literally click on it and see your vehicle like driving. It'll give you like a 3D thing where it's like an arrow just moving down the road, which I love. So like I said, your friends do hold it, or somebody else goes riding with it, and they're like, hey, I didn't go that way, or I didn't do this. You can literally pull that up and be like, hey, I know exactly where you went, exactly what you did. I know when you made this right turn, left turn, backed up, everything, which I love. Keeps you updated about your vehicle. One other thing, is not really a stickler, but the gas. When I fill it up, probably takes about $25-$30 to fill up. The gauge, like, for some reason, the gas spills out of this thing. Like, I guess by the time it realizes it fills up, the clicker for the gas thing is too late. It spills out every time. Every time. I try to time it up. I think I try to get it at $25 every time to keep it from filling up. But if you just like put it in there and leave the clicker and walk away, when you come back out, gas is gonna be everywhere. But it's not that big of a deal. Just something you gotta deal with. Another thing is, from RPM Motorsport, they have this like belt cooler thing. That's why you hear that noise. It's sucking the air in, keep my belt cool. Haven't had any belt issues since I've had it. I've taken it out to the dirt a couple times. I would say between maybe 5 and 10 times throughout the year. Haven't had any issues with the belt or anything. Like I said, I just had that one engine issue. That was about it. I got my pole lights. I actually tapped into the brake lights, so the pole lights come on when I turn the ignition on. Turn this thing off. They come on. And my reverse lights, I actually tapped into the backup camera. So when I actually hit reverse, I found the power source. I can't remember what color wire it is. But if you guys are interested in knowing, just leave a comment. I can unbolt it and check what wire it was. But yeah, I just got some regular white light strips. They look cool. I think they look cool right there. So when I hit reverse, they tap into it. The turn signals was kind of a pain because I had to run the wire from the front. Literally ran it under here. I pulled this cover off, this cup holder off, this piece right there. I think I kind of fished it up. I didn't really have to pull too much stuff after that, and kind of caught it, you know what I mean, under there coming out, and routed it up so I can get the 2 power wires to these turn signals so they can work. And I got those from AutoZone as well as the front ones. Got it from AutoZone. I bought this Rough Country cage as well. Got it from Rough Country, obviously, because I put some stuff back here, and when you get it from the factory, it doesn't have this, and I just didn't want stuff flying out all over the place. And like I say, the tags from Dirt Legal. Process was pretty smooth. When you buy it, they just ask for all the stuff from the dealership, all the paperwork. I mean, it's like maybe like 4 or 5 papers they need, and then like a power attorney, so they can like send it off to the DMV in South Dakota, or I think Montana's the other state they use. And yeah, you send it to them. I think they're located in South Florida. I'm in Florida as well. I'm in Gainesville to be exact. But like I said, I haven't had any issues. I have gotten pulled over maybe about 20 times. Haven't gotten a ticket yet for this not being a legal vehicle on the road. So like I said, you send it to them, they send you the tag back in the mail. And I think I don't know if it's a loophole or whatever you want to call it, but normally when you live in, say I lived in Texas, my address would have to reflect on a Texas address on my registration. But I don't know how Dirt Legal is able to do it. I don't know if they put it on their business or whatever it may be, but I have a South Dakota registration, but it has my Florida address. And that's what throws the police off, because they're like, well, you live here, you got to be addressed here. But it's addressed to my address, so they really can't do anything. So I've checked with police. Like when I first got it, I know a couple cops in my area. I sent it to them. I'm like, hey, is this legit? Can I ride? He's like, yeah, you're good. So, the first couple times cops see it on the road, they jump behind you. Hey, it's not supposed to be on the road. You give them registration and everything. Most cops are cool about it. I had a couple jerks to try to push the limit, but I know I'm good, so we should be good. Oil changes are fairly simple on here. Right here is your dipstick. Underneath, they put a little hole under there so you can change it. See if I can get in there and see it. Right there. I think it's a 6mm. And it takes, don't let me lie to you, Polaris Extreme Oil 5W50. Takes like 5.5 quarts. So if you buy the big gallon, I normally just put a big gallon in there and literally pour half a quart, and it's like almost to spec, really don't. And oil filter is right here, pretty simple. Every time I change the oil filter. You can cross-reference it at like AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts to get like the generic one instead of Polaris one. Other than that, it should be good to go. I put a tow hitch back here. Haven't tested it out yet. I just put it on there a couple days ago. Say it can tow up to 1,500 pounds. And I'm assuming, because I have bikes, so I would say maybe 2 bikes in the trailer max, or maybe a bike and an ATV, including the trailer as well, would be my best bet as far as towing stuff. I wouldn't try towing it that far, but probably, don't put too much stress on it. But other than that, yeah, this is my Polaris Pro R. Like I said, it's been a pretty good vehicle to me. Haven't had too many issues outside of the motor and brakes and alignment. But other than that, it's been pretty solid. Haven't had too many other issues. So like I said, if you guys are interested in getting one, or you already have a Pro R and got any questions for me, or want to know anything, if I can help you out, just leave me a comment. I'll try to get back to you. I'm gonna try to do more videos of me actually driving it in the street. People love seeing it on the road because it's just a different style of vehicle. So I'm gonna try to hook up a GoPro somewhere in here. I'll probably try to find a place to put it, and start doing like a vlog or something every once in a while. Other than that, it's been pretty well. So like I say, you guys, leave a comment. You got any questions? Like, subscribe. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in.